Okay, so I'll just speak for a couple of moments. If it shows up, great. If not, I'll just take a moment to describe our role in this. Oh, perfect. Look at that. So I was in Iceland earlier this week. I'm here in Brussels. My initial plans were to carry on to the DiscardLess meeting in Spain next week, but my wife has advised me that if I do that, I should just keep going and not come back. So I'm going home, and one of my colleagues will be going to Spain. So what's our role our role is a little bit more limited in this particular initiative than the prime fish, where we're embedded throughout. So our particular focus in this is on work package 3.4, which is really our area of expertise. So we're going to carry out applied research that promotes the avoidance of unwanted catch through the application of artificial light in the fish capture process. New and emerging technique. 5 years ago, our technologists and scientists were probably doing nothing around artificial light. Today, I think we currently have 2 or 3 active projects, and with this initiative, it's going to continue to grow, and some amazing results. I'll just touch briefly on it today. The specific research areas will include looking at an understanding of basic animal behavior in response to light, which is an expertise of ours, certainly in animal behavior. Illumination of mobile and static gears using artificial underwater light, observing how fish respond to the fishing gear, incorporating light, and determining how this behavior can be harnessed to improve size, and I guess more specifically here, species selectivity when it comes to bycatch. And ensure solutions are simple, robust, and viable. It's a common theme through both of these presentations in the commercial fishing environment. It's got to be relevant, it's got to work, it's got to be real. Again, very brief commercial. I've already touched on this, but this will be led by our Center for Sustainable Aquatic Resources, Dr. Paul Winger, who directs that center. We have the world's largest flume tank, 1.7 million liters of water. Focuses on hydrodynamic performance, primarily in the fishing industry, but we do work for other sectors as well. We also have fishing gear model design and construction facilities. Our work involves fishing gear performance design, hydrodynamic performance, vessel design, energy efficiency, conservation, increasingly doing work around Marine Stewardship Council certification and fishery improvement programs, as well as workshops. So we're looking at 3 areas under our component of this project. One is improving efficiency and selectivity of baited cod pods, which is a new technology we've developed and adapted from places like Norway and Alaska in the Newfoundland and Labrador fishing industry. Reducing bycatch in shrimp trawls, and improving efficiency and selectivity of snow crab traps. I'm going to focus today solely on the reducing bycatch in shrimp trawls. I have maybe 2 or 3 slides on this before I finish. This is an older presentation, and I'm not going to take you through all of these because it would take much too long. So I'm going to focus in on theme 2, which is reducing bycatch in shrimp trawls. So you'll see a picture here to the left, which is basically our cold water shrimp fishery. And you'll see a bycatch of capelin, a forage fish in our waters. Now, what I will say about this fishery is that bycatch is more of a seasonal issue, more of a spatial issue. We have a very clean fishery. Our fishery was the first fishery in Canada to be certified to the global standard, the gold standard, Marine Stewardship Council certification many years ago, due largely to that device you see in the right picture in the middle there called the Nordmore Grate, which selects most larger species, but some smaller species like capelin sometimes interact. The drivers in terms of the bycatch project, harvesting, complaining of elevated bycatch levels in certain times of the year primarily. Fishing enterprises are financially uncertain. We've been going through a bit of a resource decline on shrimp of late, which has caused a great deal of concern. But what's really interesting, and we'll focus our efforts on this particular project, is a recent discovery in the Oregon shrimp fleet. So through the use of light, on the headline of a shrimp trawl in Oregon on the Pacific coast of the U.S., they've seen a 90% reduction of eucalyptus, which is a forage fish similar to ours, using light. So there's the before shot with the bycatch. There's the light that's used on the headline, and there's the after shot. The thing is, we don't know how, or they don't know how or why. And this has really intrigued our scientists as to how this is working, why it's working. Let's get a handle on animal behavior here and see if we can actually get some success. So the project concept in this particular initiative, we're going to investigate the effectiveness of using artificial light inside shrimp trawls in the Newfoundland and Labrador shrimp fishery to reduce the capture and discard of capelin in particular, but also juvenile redfish and juvenile turbot, which are occasionally encountered. We're going to conduct a series of behavioral experiments and comparative fishing experiments on the inshore trawlers during the 2015-2017 season, starting this spring, to determine methods of reducing bycatch of these non-targeted fisheries. So we've actually identified an industry partner to work on this particular project, a fisherman, as well as a gear manufacturer who's interested in collaborating with us. I'm going to skip in the interest of time, theme 3, and just go basically to my final slide in terms of the overall summary. So essentially, what this is going to be is a multi-year strategic initiative that leverages the strengths of the Horizon 2020 DiscardLess project. Collaborating with international scientists, we're going to explore the effectiveness and efficiency of artificial light as a means to enhance sustainable harvesting practices in the province. And the research will be industry relevant, focusing on fisheries that matter, including, in our case, Atlantic cod, northern shrimp is what I've talked about here, and snow crab. And I think what's really exciting about this is that the results of our work is going to feed into the broader Horizon 2020 initiative with all of our other partners. So if we have good success, that may be transferable into another area. And in the same vein, the work that's being conducted by the other members of the consortium, if they have good success in a key area that's transferable, then we get the benefit of that. And that's probably the most attractive thing for us in terms of being involved in this partnership, is that leverage, is that network, that collaboration. We're really excited about the next 4 years. And Clara and I have had some time to network in our brief time together today. Who knows, we may even look at some broader activities over the next 4 years and enhance our role in this project, because there's much I think we can contribute. So with that, I'll conclude my presentations. Thank you.